The following program is a PBS Wisconsin original production.
Coming up on Wisconsin Life. Meet a family bottling up nostalgia in Shawano. Alpacas spreading joy in River Falls. A roller skater sharing his passion with Milwaukee.
So, on this table.
And a lacrosse professor buzzing about insects. That's all ahead on Wisconsin Life.
Funding for Wisconsin Life is provided by the Wooden Nickel Fund, Mary and Lowell Peterson, the ACV and Mary Elston family, the Stanley J. Cottrell Fund, UW Health, donors to the Focus Fund for Wisconsin Programs, and friends of PBS Wisconsin.
Hello, and welcome to Wisconsin Life. I'm your host, Angela Fitzgerald. We're celebrating the 125th anniversary of Wisconsin State Parks at Interstate Park. It's the oldest state park in Wisconsin, founded in 1900. Not to be confused with Interstate State Park in Minnesota, our park sits in Polk County overlooking the Dalles, the narrow gorge the St. Croix National Scenic Riverway runs through. The views from the park are expansive. Used as a transportation route by indigenous people, the riverway was later utilized by loggers. However, this narrow gorge caused massive log jams, most notably an 1886 log jam estimated to be 7 miles long, only to be cleared by dynamite, steamboats, and hours of labor. A few years later, working to preserve the distinct scenery and rock formations of the area, advocates in both Minnesota and Wisconsin worked to establish the state parks we see today. Visitors can also check out the Ice Age Interpretive Center to learn more about the glacial formation that carved this land and the animals that roamed it. We'll also roam this park later in the show. But let's jump into our first set of stories. As we head to Shawano to meet a family bottling up a taste of Wisconsin's past. If you grew up in Shawano County, there's a good chance you've heard of Twigs. And if you grew up in Wisconsin, there's an even better chance your childhood included Sundrop soda.
Sundrop came out in the early 50s. It's the first gold drink, the golden cola that was on the market.
Dan Hartwig's family knows a thing or two about this citrus soda. Just ask Ben.
Before Sundrop was actually even a soda, it was considered a lemonade, and that's why you see them call it the Golden Cola. And then in 1953, Sundrop was introduced to us.
Most people think that we invented it, but actually it was invented by a guy named Charles Lassier, now out of St. Louis.
He asked my grandpa if he wanted to bottle and distribute Sundrop up in this area, and it's been our most popular product since.
But in order to get the full story behind this bottled beverage,
Twig's has a vast history in Shawano.
you have to go back 3/4 of a century to a man they called Twig.
My grandpa, Floyd Hartwig, started the business.
Twig's was founded by my father-in-law in the early 50s. Then in 1986, my husband and I bought it from his father.
I always worked with my dad, and I got to know him as good as anybody, and he came up with this idea.
They always called him Twig, that was his nickname, so they decided to call the business Twig's Beverage.
Ever since Twig started the business, the Hartwigs have had a heart for Shawano.
My father, he grew up in Shawano just like all of us. It's a great place to live.
I'm proud of staying in a small town, staying in Shawano, being local. Twig's gives us that opportunity.
And there's something else about this area that Twig's tapped into.
Yeah, Shawano water, it's just the greatest water. There were 2 big breweries in town and maybe 3 bottling companies. These guys came to Shawano to start their factories just because of the water. We actually started bottling the water.
In addition to water and Sundrop, Twig's also bottles its own brand of sodas.
We're known for a lot of our Twig's flavors. Root beer, black cherry, blue raspberry. Those are more popular ones.
People will come in with 10 to 40 cases that they'll need refilled. And they come from all over with their pickup trucks and their vans, and they may bring it to their homes or to their cabins.
This family business occupies a place in Shawano history. Today, the Hartwigs family is preserving Twig's history, one bottle, one case, and one memory at a time.
It's unique. I don't think there's anywhere like it.
Over here, you'll see a lot of different advertisements that we've had. It's kind of cool nowadays. People say like, oh yeah, we used to have this Sundrop sign on our bar, restaurant, or grocery store.
Twig's is a true sign of the times that continues to attract visitors from near and far.
I think what draws a lot of people here is that they want to come and see live bottling.
We're the last returnable bottler for Sundrop in the world. Some individuals like it because of the nostalgia feel that it gives from drinking soda from a glass bottle.
For fans of those glass bottles,
79.
they are all stamped with a date when they first hit the production line.
85. So those are old ones.
Through the years, the bottom line of bottling has always been family.
I love being part of the family business, you know. It's great to see where we've started and where we've come to now.
It's something that I think about all the time. I'm proud that Twig's has been able to stay local. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
They say family businesses are the salt of the earth, kind of the backbone of small communities, and especially in a town like Shawano, it's very true. There's nothing else like it.
I've stayed here all my life. I've been working here for 54 years. I don't plan on leaving unless my boys kick me out. I'm proud that they're still sticking around.
Now we visit a River Falls farm, where alpacas and other furry friends are spreading joy.
When people drive onto the farm, there is something magical. If I wouldn't have the farm,
Do you want to give me a kiss?
I know that I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I'm Carrie, and I'm the owner of Eagle Eye Farm. I was working as a radiologist in St. Louis, Missouri, and Dawn, my wife, had been working in healthcare for about 32 years, and we just decided that the monotony was too much for us. In August of 2018, we went to an alpaca farm. We had just wanted to go do something fun with the kids. It was pretty shortly after that, I'm talking like a day or two, that Dawn and I decided we wanted to get into alpacas. We're right between Hudson, Prescott, and River Falls in western Wisconsin. It's a great area. So we had 20 alpacas, we had 2 pigs, and we had chickens. We brought in the Valais black nose sheep. We also purchased 2 llamas. We added goats, and then we added prehensile-tailed porcupines, and then you have to have the Highland cattle because they have the gorgeous horns. Dawn had always known that she had wanted to do agritourism. Agritourism is simply the act of having people come to your property and showing them about agriculture. So Dawn was very adamant that she wanted people to know where food came from. We do not eat any of our animals that we have here, but she wants kids to know that you don't just go to the grocery store and pick up your food from there. There's really a whole process that happens before that. I think everything just kind of just fell into our lap. It was just as if it was meant to be. In 2023, Dawn was at an alpaca show in Michigan. She told me whenever she was there that she wasn't feeling well. The feeling did not go away. And I just said, so I'm going to meet you at Hudson Physicians. And she said, okay. And at that point, I knew that I was in trouble. They determined that she was having a heart problem, ended up eventually at the university on life support, was on life support for 3.5 weeks, and then passed away. This farm was really hers. So she was in charge of all of the animal care, taking care of the animals day by day. I would take care of the finances, I would take care of the website, I would take care of the store, and she did everything else. And so then we're stuck with, I've lost my wife, I've lost my best friend, I've lost my business partner. I am like, what am I going to do? So I have 2 kids, I have the farm, I'm still working full-time. How am I going to manage all of this? I looked at downsizing, and really the only decision that made any sense was to stay here. There you go, bud. Come on, let's go get some food. I knew that my time here wasn't done. I still have a purpose here on the farm, and I wanted to make it work. It's the best decision that I've ever made. I'm still in the grieving process. It's been 1.5 years, almost 2 years. I don't like to think about it a lot, so I just keep myself busy. What I do is I wake up somewhere between 5:30 and 6, and I have 2 kangaroos that live in the house, and so I feed them. By 7:30, we're out here doing chores. So we pick up all of the poop. You have to make sure that they have food, so we give our alpacas pellets. They have free choice hay, so we have to refresh their hay, and then of course fresh water. And so the chores take anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours to do. We do them as a group. Hopefully we start having some visitors that come, and we start doing tours. And so, yeah, it stays pretty busy. I could not do this without my staff. So I have really great staff that work here that I trust immensely. I am so appreciative for the fact that they're supportive of me. You know, I can't see myself moving. I just honestly can't. You know, I think that I'll probably be here until I'm no longer here on earth. I truly enjoy the experience of having people around me. I love the animals. I find this very fulfilling. That's good video. It's all about love. It's all about caring for each other and caring for nature and really doing the best that we can for people and animals and the earth.
We're on the trails at Interstate Park, on the hunt to learn more about how the Ice Age shaped this layered landscape. To do that, Natural Resource Property Supervisor Matthew Denzow met me in the Ice Age Interpretive Center.
So Interstate Park is a very, very unique property in that we are the oldest property in the state of Wisconsin. We have over 1,300 acres, and our major feature that we protect are the Dalles of the St. Croix and the glacial potholes that we have here. We have 82 standard campsites, along with 2 group campsites. We have a very nice swimming beach that's on the Lake of the Dalles. We have over 9 miles of hiking trail within the park. With the Ice Age Interpretive Center, it allows people to kind of travel back in time and experience what the area really kind of looked like. And then physically going on the pothole trails, imagining where the water was and how the potholes formed, really kind of helps people transport back in time. So there's lots to see and do here at Interstate.
So I understand there are technically 2 interstate parks.
So there is a Wisconsin Interstate, and then there's a Minnesota Interstate Park. So we're the bigger, better one. You know, we have more to offer, more to see and do. There are some differences. They're definitely both good properties to go and visit, but I'm going to definitely advocate for our side.
I'm all for friendly competition, so encouraging everyone to get outdoors, and they can option into the Interstate Park on the Wisconsin side, but clarifying the Interstate State Park is on the Minnesota side.
Correct.
See both, but come here first.
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks, Matthew.
Thanks.
I understand there's a unique anniversary taking place this year, the 125th year of the park.
Definitely.
Can you tell us about that?
In September 20th of 1900, the first parcels of land were purchased here for Interstate Park. So this year is the 125th anniversary of Interstate Park, but also the entire Wisconsin state park system, which has grown from interstate to 50 state parks, 15 state forests, 44 state trails, 9 recreation areas, 8 water resource areas, over 6,000 campsites, 1,500 buildings. It's grown to what you see today.
Would you mind showing me some more about the park?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go for a nice little hike.
From the center, we headed to the Pothole Trail to get a look at the ancient rock formations this park offers.
So if you can imagine, when everything was melting with the last glaciation, there's a whole bunch of water that was coming through this area. The water was coming through really fast, and there's lots of things that got caught in the water. Some of the ones that we find are called grinders.
Oh, wow.
And this is a small example of one that we have here. Well, you get a whirlpool that forms, and then it drills into the rock itself.
Oh.
And that's how we form glacial potholes, which we have very fine examples here at Interstate Park. So one thing that makes potholes special, and you can tell it's a pothole, is that the surface inside is smooth, because you can tell that it's been worn out.
I now have a more positive association with potholes than what I came into this conversation with.
Great, it's a fun feature, isn't it?
Absolutely. Something I'd never thought I'd say, I have a newfound admiration for potholes
So this is the Dalles.
and for the majestic views found at Interstate Park on the Wisconsin side. Let's skate into our next story to meet up with the Milwaukee nonprofit keeping a vibrant, deep-rooted tradition rolling. In a sunny Milwaukee loft, a class learns new ways to move.
We advertise ourselves as a fitness class, but it's really about the culture, promoting the culture. We exist to promote Black culture roller skating. We exist to teach it to people that don't know about it. So that's how Roll Train got started.
Roll Train is a roller dance studio and organization headed by Terrence Clark and partner Ellen Fine.
Here we're going to teach you how to do it, how to balance yourself, how to fall, how to get up.
For Terrence, skating's been an interest since childhood.
Johnson Skate Palace was on 76th Street. A lot of times we didn't have a ride to the skate rink, so we would skate all the way to the rink, and then we'd have to skate all the way home.
But he also knows the Black culture skate tradition goes back much longer as a pastime and passion.
Skaters have been skating since way before the Civil Rights Movement.
During the Civil Rights Movement, roller rinks were one more white-dominated space to fight to integrate. But the joy that Black skaters found couldn't be stopped.
And it's always been like a stress relief, a way to express themselves, a way to connect with the community.
And it's been a way to express a unique style.
And it's a style that nobody else gave us. It's a style we created. This is really like an art form.
Wow, I feel good. At the heart of Terrence's skating is what's called JB style, named for the dance moves of musician James Brown.
JB is a lot of footwork, a lot of stunts.
Like this. Different skate communities have evolved their own ways of moving.
Every city has their own little thing. St. Louis, Atlanta, Detroit.
The different forms are shown off at huge skate parties.
People from all over the country are going to these parties. When you go to these parties, it's nothing but love.
Back home in Milwaukee, getting respect for these skating styles has once again been a challenge. At Red Arrow Park, Roll Train led the charge to open up the ice rink to off-season skating.
So for 10 years, going back and forth with the county, just to open the gates so we can skate there. They kept giving us many, many excuses.
At last, Roll Train succeeded and the gates were opened.
Finally, we got it activated for roller skating. That was a long fight.
Just one more way for Roll Train to preserve and promote Black culture roller skating.
A lot of our skaters at Roll Train are not Black, but they see and they feel what skating does for them. We've gotten lots of stories about how since they come to the class, their life has changed.
Changing lives and sharing his culture keep Terrence rolling along.
As long as I don't stop moving, I'm going to keep skating.
For our last story, we're bugging out as we join a lacrosse professor celebrating the little creatures that surround us.
Take one.
And then try talking, Barrett.
Orthoptera, Diptera, Lepidoptera, Hymenoptera, Trichoptera. Notice they all end in optera, Greek for wing. Coleoptera, beetles. From a weevil to a ground beetle. Here we've got burying beetles and other carrion beetles. Goliath beetle, the most massive insect on the planet. Insects. The grand diversity, variety, not only in shape, color, form, but behavior, has always inspired and excited me. I'm Barrett Klein, entomologist, entomo-artist, animal behaviorist, and professor of biology at University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. I like to share my food with the roaches. Let's see. Now, they love bananas. Chowing down! So it's tempting to swat, slap, and dismiss or repel insects.
Flying insect killer. Kills bugs dead.
It takes a little bit more effort to observe, not just tolerate, but celebrate insect involvement in our lives. Pollination, decomposition, nutrient dispersal, soil aeration. Our lives depend on them. Let's find a winner of a drawer. Hey, what are they doing here? Excuse me. When I was 5 years old, I found a dead butterfly on my parents' driveway, and I was thrilled because to a child, to anybody with open eyes and an open mind, the beauty was exhilarating. I could hold that accessible, exquisite organism, and I felt really privileged. And I knew at that point, I had this nebulous epiphany that insects would be at the core of my existence. So when I was asked to write a book, I titled it The Insect Epiphany, because every day there's a new epiphany as to how insects influence our lives. Cultural entomology, or how insects have affected human culture across the world and throughout history. On this table, you see insects in comic books, and then stamps from across the world. Products like cochineal, the dried bodies, can form this lustrous red. Entomophagy, the eating of insects, high in calories, as well as micronutrients and protein. Pupae, crickets, grasshoppers, mealworms, larvae. From Korea, we've got silkworm moth pupae. Not my highest recommendation. Insects as costumes. Here's my sketchbook designing that number. So when Halloween comes up, I must have an insect helmet, a bald-faced hornet nest with entrance as the mouth, and a gaping hole revealing the brood comb. Paper wasp helmet, silk tunic and wings, cochineal sleeve, paper chest shield.
Why do you do
it? My reason for involving insects, it affords me a greater intimacy with the arthropods I love. But also, I find art is an easy, fun, often inspiring way to communicate to fellow humans the value of insects. To explore this intimate connection we have with insects That's what's really exciting to me.
We've traversed Interstate Park, celebrating 125 years of state parks in Wisconsin, all while sharing stories of people's lives. For more, visit wisconsinlife.org. Connect with us on social media or by email at stories@wisconsinlife.org. Till our next rockin' adventure, I'm your host, Angela Fitzgerald, and this is Our Wisconsin Life. Bye.
Funding for Wisconsin Life is provided by the Wooden Nickel Fund, Mary and Lowell Peterson, the ACV and Mary Elston family, the Stanley J. Cottrell Fund, UW Health, donors to the Focus Fund for Wisconsin programs, and friends of PBS Wisconsin.